Thank you, Mr. General President. First off, I want to just start by saying thank you, and I'm humbled. Thank you to my campaign team, my nominators, the last month's convention, locals and people that supported me and who donated a lot of money to our campaign, some of it being $10 at a time, and every dollar mattered. There's so many people to thank. It's impossible to mention them all, but I need to highlight a few, starting with my sincere thanks to all the firefighters in Canada for the strong support, and merci beaucoup to our firefighters in Quebec, and language barrier will never be a problem with me as your GST. To our federal firefighters, to our private sector firefighters, to our public employees who are out there on the lines, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm sitting here in a comfortable place because I'm in a union hall. I'm sitting here with politicians who have our back. I'm sitting here with firefighters. I'm sitting here with Teamsters, and that's what it's all about. I want to thank the IAFF Executive Board, who I worked with each and every one of the DVPs that was mentioned today, the outgoing ones and the incoming ones. Thank you. Thanks to our trustees. Thanks to our general president. And I want to thank, starting in my home base, which is the 10th district, the largest district in this international, from New Mexico to the right to work state in Arizona, to California, Hawaii, Guam, and we are organizing the Northern Mariana Islands as we speak. We built a mantra when I came to the 10th district, and it was Team 10th strong. And we became a force to reckon with, and we're going to continue in the one IAFF, a team IAFF concept. I want to thank the California professional firefighters who stood by my side, a board that I proudly served on. And I want to especially thank 10 board members from my home local, the United Firefighters of Los Angeles City, Local 112, where I proudly served through the ranks, and I have my president Escobar on my board there. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Local 112 is where it all started for me 29 years ago as a proud IAFF member. And most of all, I want to thank Edzo, pass me some of that. I want to thank my wife and my family. You know, somebody who's been there for 25 years of my life. And I wouldn't be here without you. This union business as leaders is a full contact sport at times. You have people that lie to you. You have people that go around your back. They say things that don't happen, and you get through it. And we're getting there. But Lisa, I can't thank you more than anything for putting me here in this spot today. There you go, Lisa! To my son Nico, serving in the Army, and Sophia, who's just got accepted to Hastings Law School, and Lucia out in Hawaii, and Joey, and my grandson Lorenzo, and that's my home base right there. So the families of union leaders that we represent, you do suffer out there at times doing the union work. One of the things that I heard a lot during my campaign, a campaign that I won, thankfully, a campaign that I say my success is your success. But what I heard a lot was, Frank, you're one of us. You relate to our members. And to me, that's the ultimate compliment. I'm proud active duty member of this as a firefighter. I'm a proud dues paying member. And now I'm humbled to be your next GST. I'm truly humbled to be elected as your general secretary treasurer. My commitment to you that I will lead with integrity, transparency, honesty, because we need to have confidence in the IAFF's finances. I promise you I will do the right thing, and I'm committed to being a GST that serves all of our members. whether you voted for me or not. This was a tough three-way race, and my hat's off to a class clean campaign. So my hat's off to Brother Lamonda out of the FDNY Local 854 and Brother Mark Lee out of the Washington State Council of Professional Firefighters. Thank you. We have not seen a contested principal officer race since 1988 in this IAFF. So I thank you, and the members have spoken. There's been a lot of division in our union over the last couple of years, especially last year's, but now it's time for us to come together. I want to congratulate our new General President, Ed Kelly. He's my friend. I'm committed to working with him and uniting this IAFF into one IAFF and make all of our members believe and know that their IAFF and their union's working for them on their behalf. Before we even swore in today, Ed Kelly came to California. I dropped him off at LAX to get him back for the swearing in yesterday, where he stayed at my house, a place he is always welcome at. Ed and I received a congratulatory phone call from President Biden while we were at our first ever fire station visit together at Fire Station 26 in Los Angeles City. And President Biden called to say congratulations to us, thank the IAFF for having his back, and that we will always have a seat at the table. And I want to especially thank you, Ed, and your beautiful wife, Katie, and Maggie, and TK. We'll send them the handballs. They're great kids, and we look forward to continuing our friendship. And lastly, I'm going to close with Unite, Fight, Organize. My first obligation will always be to the members of the IAFF, but I also realize that our union, touching on what Secretary Walsh said, that our union's part of something much bigger than just us firefighters. The labor movement has served the pathway to the middle class for decades, and it's under attack, and it always has been, and it always will be, because a strong middle class helps all of us. On the campaign road that I went on, I met firefighters making a very low wage, working without collective bargaining rights in South Carolina, or going in the South where they say, don't say the word union too loud here. And I can tell you, living in anti-union states, you're going to have a principal officer that'll be there fighting with you, with Ed Kelly and myself. The legendary union leader that I've always looked up to out of California, who led one of the most exploited workers there are, that's Cesar Chavez, the United Farm Workers. He once said, once social change begins, it cannot be reversed. You cannot uneducate the person who has learned how to read. You cannot humiliate the person who feels pride, and you cannot oppress the people who are not afraid anymore. So what I'm saying to you is, I'm going to challenge you union leaders out there that we represent. Lead, don't be afraid. Unite, fight, and organize, because when we unite, when we fight and we organize, we're more powerful than the strongest manager or the biggest politician. So it is my honor to be elected to serve as your General Secretary Treasurer. I look forward to working with all of you in the days to come. And thank you so much. And now more than ever is a time to unite, fight, and organize. Thank you.